Hello, today come with me to the National Library of Scotland, be glass doors, and you go through to see the exhibition. The words and the spoken words are in Gaelic and also in English, folktales from the Scottish Highlands. And the collector of the stories, John Francis Campbell, decided that he treasured folk tales from around the world and that the Scottish ones should also be amongst them. As we look around, we can see there is a little room area set aside for telling stories and also a room for a video with seats to sit down and watch and hear about the collector of the stories. In the display cases, we can see the watercolour pictures he made of the areas, and in fact those are obviously expanded largely to be on the walls around the exhibition, and there are also key sayings by him displayed large. For example, as it is with driftwood in the Highlands, so, as I imagine, it has been with popular tales everywhere. They are as old as the races who tell them, but the original ideas, like the trees from which logs, masts and ships are made, have been broken up, cut, carved and ornamented, lost and found, wrecked, destroyed, broken and put together again. And though the original shape is hard to find, the fragments may be recognised in books and wherever else they may now be. John Francis Campbell set about collecting stories from local storytellers, and he wrote them down in books which you can see displayed in the cabinets in his handwriting, and also the pictures that he has painted as well. And in this way he kept in memory three key storytellers for him: Rory MacNeil, Mary MacTavish and Hector Boyd. And the books seem to be suspended in midair on that clear plastic or glass that they are in, like birds about to take flight. In the reading cave almost that's been arranged, you can have a seat on the different height of stools, and there are materials all round that are guaranteed to sit around in that circle and tell stories and read stories. And one of the resources is a display which will let you actually hear stories either in English or in Gaelic. Let's try the two shepherds.
There were Albertino, Haber and Bagenal, two shepherds who were neighbours to each other, and the one would often be going to see the other. One was on the east side of a river. "It is time to go home," said he. "It is not that which thou shalt do, but thou shalt stay tonight," said the other, "since it is so long in the night." Wolf went with him. When he said to them,
and now let's hear a story in Gaelic.
Ba anam bjarnarai ans na hedig.
In the room there's a little device for finding ideas for stories where you throw dice and each face has got a different symbol. So I couldn't resist having a little go. What can we make of it? Okay, we pull it together. We have got a rainbow and clouds, baby eating, thunder, lightning, shh, and what looks like a cowboy hat. If anyone can make a story out of those, I would be happy to hear. I think 2 or 3 of those symbols would be better for me than 5. But I guess as we're in a library, the word shh is quite appropriate. There's a stack displaying cards for telling stories and also various books worth having a little look through. And these, of course, are not the only books on the ground floor. There is also a cafe and a really well-sourced book shop, and also selling items which are maybe for tourists or visitors, and I think they're actually quite good value, quite good quality, and the books are so inviting for the kids, and the colour. Plenty of titles to read about Scotland and in the Scottish language, also in Gaelic sometimes, and dip and dive into the books that are coming out of Scotland or have. The maps are also good. Rainy Day in Edinburgh, I don't know why that title's there. Does it rain here ever? The Edinburgh pop-out map is also very good. I couldn't do it very well with one hand while holding a camera, but it does literally fold out from being really flat to being quite large. And of course, Samuel Johnson and James Boswell. For keen readers, a must for Scotland. On the other floors are also the general library itself, where many key books and texts from Scotland are held. So I hope you've enjoyed this little quick whistle-stop tour around the National Library of Scotland. And I do recommend checking when you visit what exhibitions are on. This current one is on until April, but in the past I've also been to and enjoyed exhibitions on Muriel Spark, which you can see on their website, and also there was a fantastic one on an Antarctic expedition. So worth a look at their website as well.